Oh, Tyler Daniels, that is a perfect example of why you need to be here live for any RCW event. I don't think that'll have made it onto the YouTube broadcast. Jimmy C just came out in a lion costume to the Circle of Life.
I honestly thought I was at the opening night of Cats. I thought it was an Andrew Lloyd Webber production and it was Cats, and no, it was Jimmy C all along. That aside, Sean, that may pale in insignificance in the match we're about to see here.
Jimmy C covered in sequins. He had the nerve to call Grimm a 7-foot-tall Christmas ornament. He's about a 3-foot Christmas ornament right now there on ringside. But this is going to be interesting. What do I always tell you is the number one thing you don't do to a South African? No, not that one, the other one. Never chop a South African in the chest.
Oh, that one.
What does Grimm always do?
Chop South Africans in the chest?
Chop anybody in the chest.
Oh, that's it.
This is going to be very, very interesting.
Well, they're not even in the ring at the moment, Sean, so no one's chopping anyone right now.
The crowd wants it, though. You heard them chanting it.
Well, there was one distinct pocket. Steve Miller, of course, a couple of shows ago, got a very big win over the man who is now in the title hunt, Kurt Barron.
That's right, he did indeed during their feud. He also pinned Grimm last month at Strength in a 5-man scramble.
So Steve Miller comes in with a lot of momentum, Sean.
That's right. Grimm, of course, wrestling on his own at the moment. 1/3 of Gods and Monsters, Big Brody Marshall's recovering from a knee injury. The other, Mickey Fortune, will be here later tonight to compete for the Riot City Wrestling Women's Championship.
That's right, Sean. She gets her own shot at the ladies' title tonight. Big knee by Grimm. Really taking it to Steve Miller in the early parts of this.
Grimm taking a moment to remind Jimmy to stay out of the ring.
I don't think Jimmy had any intentions of getting anywhere near the ring, I'll be honest, Sean.
Absolutely not. If there's one thing you do not want to do, it's share a ring with that man. Oh my God, Miller fired back. Look at that. Grimm has never had that happen before.
Well, you said you don't chop the South African. Chop a South African, you get a forearm straight back.
That's right, it's just an instinctive thing, part of their culture.
And he has just ragdolled Steve Miller around this ring to every turnbuckle.
If this was a 4-post match, it would be over.
Except Steve Miller would win.
That's a good point. Grimm now winding up. Miller does not want any of that.
It's the second match where someone's breath has been their weapon, Sean. What is wrong with the oral hygiene in RCW at the moment, Sean?
I'm not even going to get into that. During the most recent episode of Managed at First Sight, Miller said to Jimmy C, stop antagonizing people, I have to share the ring with them. Managed now to recover some momentum and turn the tables on Grimm.
When you can share the ring like that though, Sean, you're doing all right for yourself. He dropped Grimm, but Grimm has fired back and clotheslined him straight over the top rope to the outside.
You are talking about one of the cornerstones of Riot City Wrestling here. You are talking about one of the biggest athletes in the sport, one of the most respected competitors in the country, a multi-time RCW champion. It's going to take a lot more than a forearm to the face to bring him down. But clearly his issues with Jimmy aren't going anywhere. Probably not a good idea on the part of Grimm.
Absolutely not. Got caught there by Steve Miller on the outside.
Miller getting off the worst of that exchange. Whoa!
Oh. Miller fires back with a big boot, and that has dropped Grimm with chin first over that barricade. And now putting the boots to Grimm on the outside, Sean.
I always knew this was going to be a competitive match, but I've got to say, Miller is doing a phenomenal job right now.
Miller has got a very, very good mean streak, and he turns up the volume when he needs to very quickly.
Cover, 1.5 maybe. And you know, as much as I hate to say it, his pairing with Jimmy C seems to be fairly simpatico.
Well, it is working well. Miller is all business in that ring, and let's face it.
There it is again!
Well, Grimm didn't learn the first time, and he's paying the price now. Stiff kicks in the corner there. Grimm wearing all of those in the midsection.
Miller said to Jimmy C on Managed at First Sight, You're the seaman, I'm the captain of this ship, this friendship, and that power change seems to have benefited their team. But Grimm now.
Setting up Miller. Miller fights over the back. Another forearm strike to the back of Grimm there.
It's not often we see the big man on the back foot like this.
Oh, I don't know about this though.
Miller maybe getting a little too comfortable, a little too confident.
A little ambitious, I would have thought.
Oh my God!
Ambition be blowed. He got him up and down. Huge slam. Follows up with a fist right between the eyes of Grimm. Goes to that cover now.
Straight, that could be it. 2 count only, but Tyler Daniels, did you think you would see Grimm leave his feet tonight?
Well, not in that manner. That was a huge effort by Steve Miller.
Wow. I hate to say, there might be some momentum behind this whole Team Sassy thing.
Well, they're 2-0 currently.
That's going to bring you back to 0 very quickly.
Well, that levels the playing field, Sean. That is absolutely correct.
Going to be a battle of attrition now. Who wants it more? Grimm needs to get his win back.
Both worse for wear at the moment. Right for the picking, as they say, Sean.
Oh. Here we go.
Grimm fires off and gets a forearm back for his chop. There's the chop. There's the forearm.
This is a culture war taking place.
There's the chop. There's the forearm.
Right in the middle of Riot City.
Chop, forearm, chop, forearm, chop, forearm.
Norse versus Afrikaners. South Africa versus ViKing. Miller changes it up.
Big
uppercut.
European uppercut. And another forearm. Off the ropes.
Grimm with a spinning chop. What a duel. Uh-oh. We know what comes next. Miller, welcome to the gallows of Grimm.
Clearly an illegal maneuver in the corner, Sean. Should not be allowed to do that at all.
Broke it before the 5 count.
Disqualification immediately.
He's calling to Valhalla. Here he goes.
No, Miller steps underneath.
Miller goes for the blood diamond. Can't connect. Grimm with the choke slam.
And there it is.
Cover.
But Miller will not stay down. Miller has kicked out of the choke slam, and Grimm cannot believe it.
Neither can I.
He is asking that referee, are you sure that was not 3?
We have seen that choke slam do so much damage in Riot City. We have seen it hold the gold for Grimm.
I want you to go back in the replay after when you watch this back, Sean. If you watch Jimmy C, he buried his head in his hands. He thought it was over. And the sheer grit of Steve Miller to kick out of there is amazing.
We are in unfamiliar territory now, residents. There is life beyond the choke slam.
Up, though. Misses with the Sparta boot.
Miller with the uppercut. And a second. No Sparta boot. That is it. It's got to be over. Miller. Wow. How did he get out so fast?
Look, I'm not going to say he had any help, but Jimmy C helped him.
Really?
Absolutely.
Couldn't see it from this position.
Grabbed the leg and positioned him to his advantage. Let's put it that way.
Wow. And I think Grimm might have seen it. I didn't, but Grimm certainly did. Jimmy, there may not be a 3rd season of Managed at First Sight. I think you're about to be permanently cancelled ViKing style.
Jimmy, do not get in that ring, Jimmy. You do not belong in that ring. That is not a place for you to go, Jimmy.
Well, I'd say it's been nice knowing you, Jimmy, but my mother taught me never to lie. Miller rolls him up.
Huh. No, only a 2, and almost runs into Jimmy C there. Another choke slam. No.
Blood diamond. He connects.
2, 3. That's it.
Him. an incredible victory, Tyler Daniels.
Absolutely, Sean. Steve Miller and the managed at first sight rolls on, Sean.
It does indeed. We are looking down the barrel of a third season of Jimmy's nonsense because of the grit and determination of Steve Miller.
You say nonsense, I say victory.